Welcome back, it's me, Lou. I'm here for another action figure unboxing and review, and today from Hasbro, we are featuring Marvel Legends Cyclops. Alright, so this popular X-Men character represents Cyclops as we see him in the classic Astonishing X-Men title, which was written by Joss Whedon and illustrated by artist John Cassidy. Here we have John Cassidy's illustration of Cyclops. If you're familiar with John Cassidy, you'll recognize his artwork from other comic books like Wildstorm's Planetary. This is a very clean look for Cyclops. I don't think it's his most iconic or evergreen design, but I think it really does a good job of embodying modern day Cyclops, aka Scott Summers. The figure comes with an additional pair of hands, which we see right here. And it's a nice figure. You know, it's a very clean action figure. His costume is very streamlined. He belongs to the Chode Build-A-Figure wave. Chode is the popular Starjammer character. He's the muscle of the group. Other figures in this wave include Emma, Fang, Monet, Corsair, Kid Omega, and Chamber. So let's get started. Take out Scott Summers, Cyclops himself. So I believe Cyclops does not include any Build-A-Figure pieces for Chode. I think it's just the extra hands. Alright, so we have the extra hands right here. We have the one hand with the two fingers. You know, use these either as pointer fingers or, you know, if he's depressing his visor, which I might actually do. Let's do that now. I'm going to swap out that hand. Let's put this one on. I like this one better. And then his other hand's the open palm, which we see right here. The figure's a nice deep shade of blue. There's a part of me that kind of wishes that they would keep the blue consistent with all the Cyclops figures, just so I could like do some part swapping to make customs. And this is an issue I've been having with some of the Marvel Legends figures as of late. Some of the ankle joints are just super tight, and they don't want to roll. So I might have to address this later and fix it. As for the figure itself, it's pretty nice. I do wish they provided an alternate head without the kind of like irradiated like steam coming out of his visor. It's a cool effect, especially for action figure photography. But if you just want it to look, you know, plain without it, you don't really have much of an option. But it's a nice clean sculpt. Again, I don't think this is his most evergreen costume design, but it definitely embodies, you know, modern Cyclops. Especially if you're very fond of the Joss Whedon era of Astonishing X-Men. You know, it's a pretty cool figure. I dig this a lot. I'm kind of hoping that at some point in time, Marvel Legends gives us the Phoenix 5. When 5 of the X-Men characters are imbued with the powers of the Phoenix. You know, Cyclops was being one of them. Also Emma and Colossus. And I think Magic was the other one. I remember that when Cyclops had the Phoenix Force, he had a really, really crazy looking costume. And I kind of wish they'd do, you know, a figure of that. In terms of his height, this guy stands in at about 6.5 inches. For a size comparison, here he is next to his fellow wavemate, Monet. Monet is a slightly taller female character in the comic books also. And then here he is next to another Summers brother. We have Vulcan from a previous Marvel Legends X-Men line. And Vulcan, they're about the same height. Same kind of build, but I think different body pieces. Yeah, definitely different body pieces, especially since this one. The nice thing with the Cyclops figure is that all the trim is actually sculpted onto the body. It's not painted over, which is nice. It's not like they took a shortcut and used the blank buck and just painted the trim lines. You know, this one, you're getting a unique sculpt with all the trim lines sculpted over. He comes with the wristbands, the belt, and you know, it's a solid figure. Articulation, you know, if you've handled a Marvel Legends figure, it's nothing new. You know, it's all there. You know, pretty decent range of motion. Very impressed. You know, the butterfly joint actually does something on this one, which is cool. You have the pinless design on the elbows, so it's really clean. Ab crunch. Crunch is about this far forward, this far back. Waist swivel. And the nice thing with the belt too is that it's actually pegged into his torso, so it's not gonna like float around. It's gonna move in tandem with the torso. And as you can see, it kind of has some flex and give, so it kind of moves around. Pinless design on the knees as well. Boot swivel. So overall, it's a solid figure. You know, if you want to get him in all his signature poses, you can easily recreate that. And let's see if I could get the arm in the right position. There we go. You know, so you can recreate it when he's pressing down on his visor and he's like blasting his opponent. So yeah, it's a great solid looking figure. The sculpting's nice, it's very clean, nice shade of blue, and it's a nice, you know, like I said, it's not his most evergreen design, but it's definitely a figure that could fit in different generations of the X-Men. And just for the hell of it, I have some other Cyclops figures we could compare it to from the Marvel Legends line. Alright, so we have X-Factor Cyclops over here. And much like the Astonishing one, he comes with the crazy, like, you know, like electricity or whatever emanating from his visor. I believe this one came with an alternate portrait when he has the cowl off and you can see his hair. And I think that the alternate portrait has him wearing his ruby quartz glasses. Very iconic design, especially if you're a big fan of the X-Factor comic from back in the day. Then we have two versions of the Jim Lee Cyclops. You know, this is very popularized in the animated series and in the 90s comic books. I think for a generation of fans, this is their definitive version of Cyclops. The one on our left here, I believe, was from the 3-pack that came with Jean Grey and Wolverine. And I think this was the solo carded figure. I kind of wish they shared the same color of blue. I hate this fact that the cuffs kind of like roll down. I think this was corrected later on with the VHS animated version of the figure. I think they kind of made the bootstraps either like glued on or attached permanently. But yeah, these are great action figures. You know, if you want to recreate like team leader Cyclops piloting the Blackbird, this is the costume. He's wearing the bomber jacket. You know, if you want Cyclops in the field, this is the one to go to. But Cyclops is a very cool, you know, character. He's been very fortunate that he's had multiple action figures over the years. And each one kind of represents a different generation of the X-Men or a different outing or style. So, you know, just name your poison. Chances are there's a Cyclops figure for you. I kind of wish they'd release a teenage Cyclops, you know, so it would really embody that slim moniker. But we'll see, you know. But nonetheless, all excellent action figures, and this one is well worth the purchase. So let's wrap this one up. Once again, my name is Lou. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. I greatly appreciate it. So until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, buy lots of toys, and most importantly, be happy. And I'll see you at the next one. All right, later.